Guys, I'm gonna need y'all to listen up. Get my mic. Alright guys, put that on. Yep. Shit, alright. Mic check. Yo guys, I need y'all to listen up. Never spin the block on your ex. It's the main way you're gonna set yourself up for a bad situation in life. I'm gonna tell you another story about something I've been through. Literally all my stories on my channels are stories I've been through, unless I told you otherwise. Unfortunately, I got too much time spent with women ever since I've been 15. I'm 35 now, and I'm going to share some lessons with you because I get younger men watching my channel. That's why I'm making this video. If you're 35 and younger, which is majority of the audience, this is for you before you make similar mistakes. Do not spin the block on your girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend or your ex whatever. And when I say spin the block, you know what I mean. I'm not talking about anything that has to do with violence. You'll get the gist of the story. All right, for this story, I'm 18, but I'm still in high school. My ex-girlfriend's in high school, and I believe so I'm a senior, and I had a couple of friends one night. Me, my best friend, and my other, who's now my best friend. So 3 guys, I believe it was 3, at least it was 2 of us, my actual best friend. We decide that one night we want to get a hotel and call some girls over. I had a good roster of different women I could talk to because I had so many girlfriends through high school, which I'm not bragging about it. I'm just giving you perspective. I had a different girlfriend. All right. To give you some perspective on this, I had a different girlfriend every year in high school, and some years, every year I had more than one. So this night, we're going to call some girls over. So I said, oh, I know what I can do. I'll call my ex. Now, this specific ex was she's in my Hall of Fame to this day. To this day. There hasn't been many that have reached her heights. And she, like I said, we're in high school. So at her age, she was on that level. That's what I'm saying. Like, to this day. So I call up my Hall of Famer, because who would you call in a situation where you know she got to have some friends that may be Hall of Fame worthy? All right, let me stop talking in a demeaning way. We're starting to get women somehow finding my channel and watching it. Even though this ain't for them, they're watching it and getting mad now. But if you see them in the comments, I know you guys will be nice to them, right? You're going to be nice to them. I call up the Hall of Famer. She has some homegirls, I think a cousin or something. Me and my homeboy, we go ahead and book the hotel. We get the hotel, and it's wild thinking back on this, man. As high school students, we were able to set this up over a weekend where we knew the girls were going to be able to spend the night with us if they needed to or wanted to, and then we would be able to spend the night. I don't know how I was in that situation. I guess we just told our parents to stay a night at each other's house. Anyway, we get there. Everybody's in the hotel room. We vibe, and everybody's got good vibes. Because you know when you got a wingman situation, you got to make sure your wingman's straight so it don't mess up your situation so you can do what you need to do. I knew I was guaranteed because I was the one who called the girls up. So you know you're always the guaranteed one. So I had to make sure. Yeah, it was 3 guys. There was 3 guys and I think 3 girls now. I think about it, yeah. So I had to make sure, okay, somebody gonna latch on to my homeboy or something like that. Keep each girl occupied. So I get what why I scheduled this room. I put in some money on this, and we teenagers, so you got to make it count because we had to get a suite that had enough room for multiple people. So we spent, it could have been like 120, and that's a lot to break up like between 3 teenagers. I had a job, but And so it gets nighttime. We're all getting our setups. Who's going to be in the like main bed? Who's going to be in that little side part, you know, where they have the couch and sometimes the TV's over there. But there's like a wall separating that. So we were good as far as that. And then somehow I end up with the short end of the stick as far as the seating arrangement. I don't get the couch that has the wall blocking it. I don't get the bed, because just the way the girls ended up, and when they're ready to go, you just got to kind of capitalize. My best friend ends up locking his girl down in the bed, and they're there now. They're under the covers. They're locked in, so we can't really move them. So then me and my ex, we're sitting up awake, and we're like, okay, dang, well, we ain't gonna do it right. We can't be out straight on the floor. We ain't want to do that. I know some of y'all wild and y'all do stuff like that, but I'm wild too, because this is a bad story, guys. Remember, this is a story to learn from. Hold on, I'm gonna let this call go through. This is actually an ex calling me right now. I got a lot of exes, guys. I'm sorry. That's why I got a lot of stories. Like I'm gonna start giving y'all more stories to learn from, bro. We're gonna let her stop calling me first, and I'm gonna call her back. But I got some good relationships with some of my exes. I hung out with a different ex over the weekend. No, I gotta check my TikTok too. I messaged one of my other exes as well earlier today. Try to get me hooked up with some better glasses. So I don't wear contacts all the time. Anyway, so we said let's hit the bathroom. And like, you know, there's nothing really, what do you do in the bathroom? Even though now that I'm older and experienced, I know that there's a lot you could do with a bathroom. So we went into the bathroom. Like I said, I'm 18 at this time. So I just reckless, man. Like, don't be reckless like me. I know you got these urges, man. I've been you. That's why I'm making this video. I've been you already. I know you guys got these urges, and these urges make you make bad decisions. So I go in the bathroom. I have no protection. No protection. I don't even know how I ended up this far without realizing I had no protection. And that's very unusual for me, especially in my teenage years. Every single girl I was with, even in relationships in high school and stuff, I had protection, because I knew I just didn't want to mess up my life by something slipping up, getting an STI. I was really scared of that. But this night, something was different. I was too comfortable with the woman, which is a big problem for a lot of guys. I was too comfortable with her, so we went in the bathroom and we sat on the toilet, you know, toilet seat down, and we started doing our thing there. And that was literally enough for us as teenagers. Me sitting on the toilet, and you could get the other picture. She has to sit somewhere, and we did that. Now this is where I was at the brink of making a decision that could have ruined me forever. So as I'm about to release, you know, you're talking, you tell them, because if you ever play dangerous like this, which I do not recommend, guys, do not play dangerous. You do not want to have a slip up kid by somebody you're not in a relationship with, you don't want to be with. I wasn't even that cool with that girl. We was just strictly business at this point. I told her, like, hey, I'm about to go, get up. That's how it was. I said, get up. You know, like, she knows what's going on. Guess what you think? What do you think she did? Instead of getting up, she wrapped her arms and her legs around me, meaning she knew what I was saying. She heard me. It was so bad that once I realized she latched on to me, I literally had to imagine releasing at the same time that I had to grab her like this, two hands on it, pick her up while it's happening, and literally just stand up, because she was smaller than me, or like she was real petite. Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, pick her up. She's real petite. I stand straight up, and that was my release. So I went through all this trouble, paid all this money as a teenager. That was how it ended. So it ended with me cursing at her while lifting her up, which was one of the main reasons I broke up with her in the first place. When I was younger, I went to a hood. I grew up around hood chicks. I grew up around hood people and gangs and all this stuff. So I was used to hood chicks, and I know, and unfortunately, the thing with hood chicks when we're younger, you know this. If certain guys are watching, you have to like cuss at them and be mean at them for them to listen to you, and then they get turned on by it. So I cussed her out and stuff like that while I'm picking her up, and I'm mad because everything just happened and was not satisfactory. Could not enjoy it, and so I'm like so livid. I'm just cussing. I'm like, yo, get out. You gotta leave. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, let's go see what everybody else doing because we got to get y'all up out of here. Literally, one of the worst decisions of my life, even though I got many. We all have many, though. One of my worst decisions of my life. Turns out she was not. Nothing happened from that, which was good. All I did was just stop talking to her. But what if, you guys, and I don't want you to be the what if story. You hear me? Don't be the what if story. This girl, to this day, I know her. She has a few kids, I think like 3 or 4. And I'm looking back thinking I could have been another one of those baby daddies in that picture. Or who knows what I could have been locked in, paying her child support, STI, because she got popular around like people like hanging around different Johnsons. So who knows what could have happened to me. That was the one time in high school too where I did with no protection because, you know, I thought I trusted her a little bit, which was also a big mistake. So guys, I know some of this story is entertaining to you, but take it as lessons too, especially my young men. Don't be me, because you don't know if you're not going to get a chance to make another mistake.